Alright, so this is my 1938 Chevy Gasser. Bought it off a gentleman named Ernest Smith out in North Carolina, which is where we relocated to from Southern California. And there's my dog, Deborah. But yeah, we've been looking for a gasser forever, and I wanted something that was all steel. This thing's all steel, trust me. But yeah, so she's not perfect, but it's what I was looking for. It's not super clean, but man, runs good. So it's got a little Chevy 350 in it, and pretty good size cam. Got some aluminum cylinder heads, forged bottom end. I think he said it has between 9.5 and 10 to 1, so nothing crazy. Runs on pump gas. Yeah, so it runs. I think he got it down to the low teens, I think it was a 710 or 715 is what it runs in the eighth, which is about a low 11, like 1120 in the quarter. So not too bad. It's got a 2-speed power glide. It's got a 12 bolt, posi with a, I think it's 456 gears, I believe is what he said. 4-link setup in the back, full cage. I had to remove this little guy. I'm going to put in this guy because, here, let me show you. Hey, Deborah. This piece of plywood right here, this was the trunk, and he had the fuel pump, which is in I threw it in the battery box, but little Summit bump. He had that mounted right here. All the lines were inside the trunk, along with the battery, with plywood, and it had some foam to seal it off, but yeah, I wasn't comfortable with that. I mean, he raced it that way and it was probably fine, but excuse me, but yeah, to me that's a bomb waiting to go off, man. You got wood, fuel, spark, you got all that stuff in there. So anyhow, yeah, he's got some slicks on there, little skinnies in the front. The interior is pretty well basic, race car. He said it was a race car. It doesn't have a title. It's got no passenger seat. It's got this cool aluminum, uncomfortable ass racing seat. I do like the boat style steering wheel. It's probably original or pretty close to it. He's got his little gauge pack and the switches there that had Sharpie on them to tell you what they do. And then we got our little gated shifter. I'll probably end up changing a lot of this stuff, but it's basically what I wanted. I mean, I can go out and race it now, and feel pretty safe. I mean, that cage, the welds look pretty good. It's got a little rust on it because he doesn't have, there's no side windows in it. These are all plastic. So I'll probably end up Might do the old 2-lane blacktop style, you know, sliding, the sliding Lexane. Probably do that. I got a vice grip over there because that door, the driver door, actually still has the roll-up mechanism in it. So yeah, that's all there, but I don't think I'm going to use it. I think I'm just going to do the 2-lane slider. So we'll see. But yeah, this is pretty much her. Nothing fancy at all. Electric water pump, fender exit headers. I'm going to take those off and paint them white. It's got a little fuel regulator, just an HEI. So I'm probably going to end up putting, you know, a box or something on it just to give it some spark. Electric fan. Yeah, not, like I said, nothing fancy. It's a gasser, so it's made to be a gas. But, yeah, I love it. I love the grill. I love the fat fenders. Just overall, I like the stance of the car. So, hope you guys like it too. She's parked in here next to Ruby Sue, my wife's Scat Pack, which is a lot of fun too. Yeah, so look for some content. I'll try to post some videos and keep this thing going so you can see what I'm doing. And we're looking for a name for it right now. I don't know what, I don't really know. I don't really like this sticker setup he's got on here. So I'm thinking about taking that whole situation off and then renaming it, but I'm not really sure yet because it's got to have a cool name. Gasser's got to have, you know, they got to have a cool name. So anyhow, if you can think of anything to put in this general vicinity that's cool, let me know. All right, see you guys. All right, good morning everybody. Getting to work on the 38 Chevy gasser. Just doing some general maintenance. Gonna pull the carburetor off, or I already did. Gonna clean that sucker out, change the plugs, change the oil. Yeah, just doing some general stuff to get her going. Got the carburetor off already. Gonna go ahead and pull her apart, clean her out, and put her back on, see how she runs. Pull her apart. All in all, she's pretty clean in there, so might not have to do anything. As you can see, everything looks pretty clean. The guy said he ran non-ethanol fuel in it its entire life, so that's probably why it's clean. So we'll finish pulling off the front bowl and see how she looks. But yeah, if it's like that, we aren't gonna have to do a whole lot. I'm sure you guys don't need to sit and watch me pull a bowl off carburetor. One thing I will say that a lot of people sometimes forget is don't lose those little white seals right there for the carb bowl bolts. Those kind of, sometimes they pop off and bounce away. All right, everybody. Changing spark plugs on the 38. I love fender well exit headers. They're so much fun, especially with angle plug heads. But anyhow, good times. I ran on my first snag, taking the carburetor off. Looks like the dude over torqued the carburetor bolts, which usually they're studs, but he had bolts in there. So when I took two of the bolts out, it brought the threads with it, which is not cool. You can see right here, see the difference? Pulled the threads right out of it when I pulled the bolts out. So now I've tapped it a little bit further down in there. So I just got to get a longer stud or bolt, get those suckers bolted back on, but change the plugs. Everything's all good there. They were a little fouled, but I think she'll run good when I get her back together. This one goes out to you, Vice Grip Garage. Thanks for chiming me into Rotella. Yeah, it's a little rusty under here. Gotta change the oil. This is the best use of a piece of angle iron I've ever seen in my life. That's a hell of a cross member for the trans. Might change that, but she's good. She's got drive shaft loops in there, 4-link setup. Yeah, straight axle. Just your old school gasser. Oh wait, just kidding. I haven't done anything to it yet. Thanks for watching. I'll post some more videos when I get something done to it. So I appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe.